Too much. Too much. Mm.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Taste Like Music. Jason, Joe, and Crams are here. It's 1998 week, and I believe this is going to be the last video of the week, at least as far as the three of us are concerned. There might be a community video at some point if I can get it edited. So we have already revealed our top 25 favorite albums each, and Cram and I have revealed our top 25 favorite songs. Nothing left to do now but for Joe to reveal his top 25 favorite songs of 1998, the worst year of all time, according to Joe.
Certainly one of them. I think both of your song lists sort of hammered that point home. Just kidding. No, it's an interesting list for me. It's very, I don't know. It's an odd list. I think you'll judge. You'll be the judge. I'll just get into it. Number 25, I got "Push It" by Garbage. Nice intersection of electronica and hard rock. Walk Deftly by Shirley Manson and Company. Love the brooding bass line, the big build into the "Push It" chorus with those snarled vocals. Pretty cool. 24, share this with Crams there. "Living Dead Girl." Just the idea of like industrial metal is just like a hilarious combo, like all the electronic elements, and you have this like 6 slide guitar going on. Like it just totally doesn't make sense, but somehow Rob Zombie just pulls it off. All the like the SS references and the like the horror, and like it just doesn't make sense, but it's great. Number 23, also in common with Cramser, "This Year's Love," David Gray, from an album most people probably don't remember. Is from 98. I barely remember. I didn't even listen to the album. I got the song on here though, just because the song's great and knew it. The swooning vocal performance is great. It's a really beautiful, sad little song. Number 22, I thought maybe Cramser was going to get something on here from them. Goo Goo Dolls. Did you have a Goo Goo Dolls? No, wow. I got "Black Balloon." That's my pick, from "Dizzy Up the Girl." Has a really cool little harmonic intro. And I mean, the Goo Goo Dolls are fine, but I gotta say, I love how well the acoustic guitar is recorded and sounds. It's just like so right there. And the hook's just nonstop, despite, I think the song's about heroin. So despite the dark disposition of the song, tons of hooks. Number 21, another sad song. I'm just laying on the sad songs here. "I Don't Want to Miss a Thing," Aerosmith, from this was the first Aerosmith song I liked, so I can't deny that I once somebody actually offered to sell me like the old Aerosmith greatest hits for like $5. I was like, no, those are the old Aerosmith songs. I only like the new Aerosmith. I was very backwards back in 98. But I don't care. I love this song still. The strings, just beautiful. Number 20, I got "This Is Hardcore," so the opposite of the last song, by Pulp. 6.5 minutes of Jarvis Cocker talking about pornography and sort of likening to fame. It's got this like uneasy listening music in the background. It's like, feel the revulsion. It's great. It's just classic Pulp. Taking those two disparate elements and kind of making you listen to them together. Number 19, little Prince. I got "Crucial." I mean, it's kind of cheating. This song is from 1986, but it is just, it's Prince, and it's awesome. He was very good in 86. That would have been about time he was doing Kiss and Parade, big album then. So really good song, just incredibly funky, super lover boy mode for Prince there. Number 18, I got "It Don't Hurt" from Sheryl Crow. Great bruised vocal performance. The instrumentation is fantastic. It's real jangly but dark. Kind of sounds like something off Zeppelin 3, the way the 12-string is recorded on there. And there's auto harp and harmonica and violin. Wendy Melvoin on bass. It's her second appearance on one of our lists. And there's this really killer Lindsey Buckingham-esque guitar solo that comes in at the end. Really makes the song full. Number 17, from the Godzilla soundtrack, "Fuzz Bubble" with "Out There." Not the last time we'll see a song from the Godzilla soundtrack. This is a dirty, messy power pop song. Great bass line, just really fuzzy, just like the name. Number 16, Elliott Smith with Sweet Adeline. When the band, which is just Elliott Smith playing a bunch of instruments, kicks in, it just explodes. It's like his whole world is now in Technicolor. The arrangement is just perfect. Is the piano and everything that he throws in there. He was just incredible at that kind of stuff, and really opened up his sound when he started adding those in XO. Number 15, Humiliation Street from Turbo Negro. A surprisingly like straight ahead and unjokey song for them, because the whole album was about like asses and stuff. But this one is very earnest. Maybe like a little Neil Young, Skid Row in there. Great cowbell, huge crunchy chords. Just a really cool song from one of my favorite finds of 98, Turbo Negro. Number 14, going back to Elliott Smith for Waltz number 2. Love the waltz time, of course. The balance of darkness in the lyrics and the lightness in the instrumentation, the poppy melody, and Kathy's clown reference. That's cool. There's swooping strings at the end. Number 13, Dave Matthews, and not for the last time, Rapunzel. All the little things that the band is doing. They bring in Tim Reynolds. He's doing this little funky like popcorn guitar at the beginning. Boyd Tinsley's violin is right up front, just, whatever. I don't know how to describe a violin sound. Piercing, maybe. The star, though, is Leroy Moore's sax solos, especially the one at the end. The band's doing this like little Latin rhythm, and he's just wailing away. It's so lively, so much fun. Number 12, another sort of cheating song. I got Sweetest Thing from U2, re-recorded. Came out in 98. That's great. It was originally a Joshua Tree B-side. They re-recorded the guitars and the vocals and re-released it. And it sounds a lot like what they would be doing on Everything You Can't Leave Behind, and nothing like what they had done on Pop. So it's kind of pointing the way forward for them. Number 11, a new find for me. This album didn't make my top 25, but maybe it should have. Marvel Hill from the Cardigans has a really cool, like, buzzing, fuzzed out synth. Sounds exactly like the one Radiohead uses on Burn the Witch. It's just a really cool, unique sound, and they use it a bunch. Gives the song a dark, spooky undercurrent. Well, Nina Persson weaves a spell with her lovelorn voice. Number 10, Eddie Walker from Ben Folds 5. One of those super emotional, heartstring pulling tunes from Ben Folds. This one has a wonderful bridge. Ben Folds is great at writing bridges. This is one of my favorites from the B-sides, rarities, live album, whatever the heck it is, Naked Baby Photos. Number 9, I got Wild Surf from Ash, California Sunkissed power pop, direction they would wisely go on for their next album, For Y'all Angels. This whole album is a little too dark and dour for me, but Wild Surf is the bright spot there. Charlotte Heatherly's backing vocals, real great addition to their sound. Number 8, Crush. But which one? Dave Matthews Band's Crush, not the Jennifer Page one. This one is 8 minutes of smooth Dave Matthews, killer bass line from Stefan Lassard. Bum, 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 bum. Sounds wonderful. The drumming is just magical from Carter Buford. Tim Reynolds drops in some really the work he does on this album doesn't show up a lot, but when he's there, you notice immediately. Boyd Tinsley with a great violin solo. Number 7, I got Help the Aged from Pulp, 2-time appearing on my list, Pulp. I just think the lyrics, the teach you stuff, though he's looking rough. Isn't it time you took an older lover, baby? Just killer stuff from Jarvis on that one. Number 6, going back to Godzilla for No Shelter, which Rage Against the Machine putting a song on the Godzilla soundtrack is pretty hilarious. And then they call the movie Mother Bleeping Filler, which is hilarious. So they're just ragging on the movie right in the track. I love it. It's an absolutely phenomenal track. It's so good. Totally deserved better than the Godzilla soundtrack. Number 5, my highest new listen of the year. I got Thrill Seeker from the Divine Comedy. Sounds like Jim Morrison meets Mike Patton singing like a James Bond theme. Really big guitar line though, crunchy, and then these like very aristocratic orchestral arrangements over top. Really a little pulp-esque in the cynicism in the lyrics and everything. It's a really cool combination of a bunch of different things. Number 4, Massive Attack, Teardrop. Love harpsichord, love Elizabeth Fraser. It's just, you add that and you add that atmosphere underneath from the band, that, dark, bleak, techno, futuristic beats, and you add Elizabeth Fraser to it, and it's a win in my book. Number 3, I got Brain of J from Pearl Jam, my favorite from Yield, which is really a tale of two sides. You have the punk aggressive side on Brain of J and Do the Evolution, and then like the dad rock kind of mid-tempo rockers like Jason's pick, Faithful. But Brain of J is just a scorcher from them, and I love it when Eddie just gets like wild and crazy on the vocals like he does here. Number 2, as it was before, Jackie's Strength from Tori Amos. Stirring, string swept, full of nostalgia and childhood memories. Very influential on people like Lana Del Rey, who took a lot from this song, I think. And just beautiful. I love her vocals on it a lot. Number 1, we all picked the same number 1 as last time. That's interesting. Nothing could supplant anything for us. I got You Get What You Give from the New Radicals. I didn't just pick it to win Song of the Year competition. I really think it's the best sounding song from 1998 that holds up to this day. The best pop song. It perfectly captured the zeitgeist. And yet it was like completely uncynical, like very heartfelt, and like, come on, youth of the nation, we can do it. Just amazing melody, amazing guitar, amazing bass line. He calls out Marilyn Manson and Courtney Love, who we still hate. So I think that's very prescient of him. And just a really cool, unique structure. And it's just the best. It's the best song in 1998. It's one of the best pop songs, I think, of the late 90s for sure. And my winner. Here are the critiques. Come on.
Obviously, I have no problem with your winner. Kind of knew Brain of J was like your go-to off of Yield. Thought Do the Evolution might sneak on there somewhere as well. I listened to that Cardigan stuff. I remember liking it, but didn't write down any specific songs or anything. So I got to go revisit that one. But that seemed pretty cool. Knew the Godzilla soundtrack and Armageddon soundtracks would be talked about a lot. And I think that Aerosmith song is just trash, so I'm unhappy that's on there. But pretty decent overall. Yeah, the stuff I expected, like Garbage and all that. So a little too much Dave Matthews for my liking. And only like one Dave Matthews song in the world, so too much.
Interestingly, I almost went with this year's Love too. That would have been somewhere between 25 and 30 for me. Yeah, it was one of my final cuts. Good song.
A lot of people love the song Babylon, and I just don't hear it as like an amazing song.
I kind of like that record. I think the songs on it are really good. I think his vocals are really good. It's just too much of that like drum machine type beats happening. It dates it a little too much. But this year's Love does not have that problem. It is a good song.
No, and I'm willing to bet Joe discovered that song the same way I did, by the Girl Next Door soundtrack.
Bingo, nailed it. Eliza Cuthbert.
We should know. She's like a hockey player. Is why she's Dion Phaneuf's wife or something.
Is she still? Sorry, Dion.
Something.
All right, let us know what you think of Joe's lists. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, website, merch, and Patreon in the video description. Follow the links. And thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.